This is career mode, but every time we lose, we're forced to join the team that beats us. We're starting with Liverpool, and our first match is against Ipswich Town. I really hope we don't lose, but luckily, we do win this one. But imagine if we didn't. I'd be managing Ipswich in Game 2, and that's where this gets chaotic. One loss could drop us to the bottom of the league, or even out of the Champions League. Our goal is to win the Champions League by the end of the season. But with this rule, who knows where we'll end up? Maybe Spain, League 2 in England, or maybe even in Poland. But let's just find out. Our next match on the calendar is against Brentford, not a club I also want to lose to. And we win it thanks to Salah. But this next month gets interesting. United is up first, but we also have Champions League match against Milan. We could already get out of England, but let's see if we lose before that. And thankfully, we don't lose to United. Nottingham Forest. Don't do us dirty. And we do beat them 2-0, but now for our first Champions League match against AC Milan. Will we be going to the Serie A? Oh my god, I don't believe it. The LeBron James of soccer beats us, which only means one thing. We will now have to join AC Milan. I don't think AC Milan has a strong enough squad to win the Champions League, so this is not where I want to be at. But their next match is actually against Inter Milan. I wouldn't mind losing to them, and we do actually lose to Inter Milan. So already after one match, we're moving again, but we're still in Milan. Just now, managing Inter Milan. Inter Milan does have a really strong squad, could even win the Champions League, but that's assuming we don't lose to any other clubs, which definitely won't be easy. But Udinese is someone we definitely should beat, and that was close. A draw, but at least we didn't lose. Now for another Champions League match again, but this time we're facing Dundee United, and they're actually in the Irish League. If we lose this, then it might just be over for us. But okay, no, we don't lose it thankfully. We do now also have a match against Torino, but we also beat them. Roma is our next opponent, and we destroy them 4-1. We're on a winning streak, but now for yet another Champions League match. Young boys this time. I'm really not trying to go to the Swiss League, but we do win against the young juicy boys. Juventus. This might be our toughest match yet, because they're literally on top of the Serie A currently, so I wouldn't mind losing to them. But it's a draw, barely. But we're still in Inter Milan. Imagine we actually don't lose any more matches, and we now also draw with Empoli. But November has some interesting matches. I actually kind of want to lose to Arsenal, but definitely not to Venezia. And we do beat them 3-1. But we do have a chance of going back to the Premier League now if we do lose. And Arsenal does actually beat us. Havertz and Saka scores. But more importantly, this now means we are going to Arsenal. We're already back in the Premier League. And Arsenal is a good club. They definitely have the potential to win the Champions League, as long as we don't have to join any bad clubs. But damn, our first match is a London derby. Respectfully, even as a Chelsea fan, I don't want to see Chelsea win this match here. And let's go, we do win it 2-1. Forest is going to be interesting to face, and thankfully, we don't lose to them. Sporting in the Champions League now, they do have strong squad, but I really don't want to go to the Portuguese league, and Arsenal wins it barely, but at least we're staying. West Ham, let's also just quickly beat them. And there we go. 4-2, but there's a lot of matches here in the month of December, and against a lot of weaker clubs. We really need to go undefeated this month, and we are going to start the month off against Manchester United, and oh my god, I'm so relieved that we didn't have to join them. We also beta Fulham comfortably. But now for Monaco in the Champions League. Are we staying at Arsenal or going to France? And we're still at Arsenal. They're actually on fire right now. We draw with Everton, and also draw with Crystal Palace. At least we're not losing to them. Ipswich now. This is a must-win match for us, and we absolutely destroy them 4-0. And we then also beat Brentford 2-0. We've now officially made it halfway through. So far, we've been on Liverpool, then we went to AC Milan, then to Inter Milan, and now to Arsenal. It's been pretty okay so far, but it'll probably only get more chaotic from now on. Just take a look at the month of January. Imagine we lose to Reading in the FA Cup, or to Dinamo Zagreb in the Champions League. But our first match is against Brighton, which is just yet another win for us. But this is a scary match. Reading in the FA Cup. This could absolutely destroy us. God, no way. Out of all the clubs, and we lose to bloody Reading? I really don't want to do it. But rules are rules. I have to go to Reading. This is the first team we've joined that isn't in the Champions League. They aren't even in the Premier League either. We're going to have to find a way to get back. If it's even possible, the only way is through the FA Cup, I guess. But before that, we have to face Bristol Rovers, and we beat them. Wycombe will now be our next opponents. And oh my god, another loss? I guess we're joining Wycombe now. Bro, what the hell happened to us? We were at Arsenal doing so well a few moments ago. ago. Now we're in Wycombe, in League One, and they aren't even in the FA Cup. So we have to lose to someone who is. First match is against Barnsley, and no way. Again, bro, we just joined Wycombe. We're already off to Barnsley. This is getting worse and worse for us. Take a look at this horrible team. I don't know what to do. Stop right there. Our next match is against Chelsea in the FA Cup. This could be huge. If we lose, then we're back in the Premier League. I've never wanted to lose a match in my life so badly. But come on, Barnsley, lose, and let's go. We lost to Chelsea, so we get to join them now. The challenge might actually just not be over yet. Chelsea is not in the Champions League, though. They're in the Conference League, and our first match is in the Conference League against this Danish side, and we destroy them easily. We also smash Brighton. But now for the second leg. Again, please don't lose this. I don't want to leave the Premier League, and Chelsea beats them 3-1. Aston Villa is up next, and this could actually be our way back in the Champions League, because Aston Villa is in the Champions League. And oh my god, we've done it. We lost to Aston Villa. We're officially now on Aston Villa. Aston Villa actually got knocked out by Juventus in the playoffs, but Arsenal, Liverpool, and Man City are still in the Champions League, so we have to aim for those clubs. Just like you have to aim for that like button below. Go on. Anyways, we are actually facing Liverpool in the month of March, but also Norwich and Brentford before that. If I lose to Norwich, then I might as well give up. We don't. I'm really happy we don't lose to them. We draw with Brentford, but we're now facing Liverpool. This is where I hope we lose. No! Why does it end in a draw? We have to stay at Aston Villa, and our next match is against Coventry. If we lose, then it just makes everything worse for us, but at least we don't lose to them. We're facing Manchester City in the month of May, but before that we have to get through the month of April, starting with Brighton. Bro, it feels like I've faced Brighton 27 times this video already. And no way, they've actually finally beaten us. I guess Brighton will be our next club on the list. Brighton has a decent squad, but they're not in any European competition, and they're facing Liverpool, but only in May. But before that, we have to face Leicester City first of all, and we do beat Leicester City. Now, for Brentford, and we win it thanks to a last-minute goal, and last match for this month is against West Ham, and it's yet another win for Brighton. If we can just make it to Liverpool and lose, then we might have a chance. But we first have to win or draw against Newcastle United. And we do actually draw. Wolves is now up next, and we beat them 1-0. So our next match is Liverpool. Might be our final chance if they're even still in the Champions League. It all comes down to this. Can we end it where we started? No, we drew. That might have just ended us. Our final match is against Tottenham. I really don't want to go to that club. That would make this all worse. And oh my god, why would EA do that to me? I have to join Tottenham? They couldn't let me end it in Brighton. But that is actually it. We end on Tottenham. Let me know what other experiments I should do, and make sure to subscribe for more.